Hello everybody, this is Goofsome Fox coming at you with a 550 cost rated match in the Zaku III Psycommu type. We're going to be on Resource Satellite for this match here, and the Zaku III Psycommu type was recently added to the RT store this week. This is going to be a space match here, and much like the Gelgook L that I covered on Sunday, the Zaku III Psycommu type is a mobile suit that comes from UC Engage, and today's a pretty fitting day to actually talk about this unit since it is Engage Day, where on the 15th of every month in UC Engage, they will give us free 10 bulls for pilots and mobile suits. So, no better day to talk about a UC Engage suit in GBO2 than Engage Day. And that's what we have for today's video here. I tried to see for the color scheme if I could get like the colors of the Kshatriya on here, since the Zaku III Psycommu type has a lot of design elements from the Quinn Mantha, but the color applications really match well with the Kshatriya colors, and for the arms and torso I did try to use the hexagon emblem to try and give some semblance of the sleeves markings, and really comes very close to looking like the Kshatriya here, so a little bit of a mini bell pepper running around for 550 here. But the Zaku III Psycommu type, it is a pretty interesting unit. It is a 550 to 600 cost general, and currently I believe it is only the 550 version that is in the RT store. I assume the 600 is still relegated to the supply counter. But the suit is pretty fun overall. I've mainly used it in space so far. I have gotten some matches with it on ground, but they were primarily in underground base, which I don't think is really the best map for a suit like the Psycommu type here. Underground base is just a very tight map with the way it's designed, and the Psycommu type does have those big binders that are really just hanging off of it. On top of it, just being a bit more of a bulkier suit here. The always bulky Zaku III. And just all that bulk is not really the best to have in a map like Underground Base. But in space here, we have a lot more room to move around. It does prove to be a pretty reliable unit overall. What I would say is equally reliable is also the weapons and skill kits that this mobile suit comes with. Well, for your main primary, you do have a beam bazooka that is capable of being charged, and it does get a stun whether charged or uncharged, so a pretty good primary weapon there. Your main melee weapon is the same beam saber used by the base Zaku III. You do have a good pair of head-mounted Vulcans that are capable of getting a quick stagger accumulation. You also have the torso beam launcher, which is a pretty big trademark for a lot of the Zaku III variants. This is stop to fire, but it does also give you a instant stun. You also have a beam axe as a second melee weapon, and this beam axe is pretty nice. It has a really nice lunging downswing and can do some pretty good damage if you can get in close enough to do a melee combo. And if you can't get close enough, well, don't worry, you do have two pairs of funnels that you are able to use from range, that being the funnel ×4 pincer and the funnel ×4 surround, and you are able to use both of these funnels at the same time, so some pretty good pairs of funnels there. And for some of the standout skills here, you do get things like emergency evasion system and melee combo controller. I do believe the melee combo controller on this only applies to the beam saber though. I believe the axe is a single swing from what I remember. But you do also have the marker skill, where your teammates can lock onto you with support fire, which I believe is something that the base Zaku III also has as well. So it is something cool to see that translated to this unit here. You also have Active Guard Kai level 1, you do have some skills for the large prototype binder, you have immobile fire system and maneuver armor and explosive reactive armor, so quite a good amount of skills there for this unit to have. I do also note the Zaku III Psycommu type here was kind of in an interesting spot when it initially released, just kind of being considered a pretty mid unit overall. And I think that was especially true since I remember when this suit came out, we were getting a lot of really good units in GBO2, so this suit did get buffed a little bit later down the line. I don't remember what the exact buffs for the unit were, and unfortunately I don't think you can really check anymore, because from what I've been hearing with the GBO2 website, they've actually been getting rid of a lot of the older update information up there, so it does seem like a lot of that information is probably going to be lost to time if the Psycommu type buff was that long ago, which is pretty unfortunate that we can't really look at that information anymore, but not really too much we can do there unless, that information is up somewhere on another platform or somebody covered it here on YouTube. But yeah, I've been really enjoying the Zaku III Psycommu type here, been having a lot of fun using it, and it's really cool to see that this is one of the units that got added to the RT store this week, since it was a unit that I was missing, and I really do like a lot of the UC Engage units. I think I made that very clear in the Sunday video with the Kelgook L, so I'll take any opportunity I can get to get any unit from UC Engage that I don't have in GBO2, and really just kind of getting excited for the next week that we have here for the Springfest, since I do believe that is when we are getting the Bugu through limited missions, which doesn't really relate to the UC Engage thing. That's an Origin unit, but I really like the Bugu. I still think it's a shame that that unit got added as a token pack unit, especially for it being a low-cost 250, where that cost really just doesn't exist anymore. I really believe that the Bugu should not have been a token pack suit. That really should have been maybe a limited mission or at least a clan reward unit, but it is what it is. We are finally getting it along with some higher levels so we can actually play it in matches that aren't customs. So yeah, really going to be excited for when that suit comes out, and really want to try the Bugu, because from what I've seen of it, it does look like a really fun unit. So yeah, really excited for when I'm able to get my hands on that. This week we did get the Zanny in higher levels, which I have tried a few matches in already, and I have been enjoying the Zanny quite a bit. I do think it is a pretty nice support unit, even at higher cost here. It does have some really nice weapons, and you actually get a pretty large kit of weapons too with the cannon. You also have the option of using the 6-tube rocket launcher or the ground-type rocket launcher. But you do also have a machine gun, Vulcans, and grenades. So, yeah, Zanny at higher levels. I've also been enjoying that suit as well. And kind of going back to the beam axe on this unit, yeah, it is able to knock somebody over no matter how you hit them. If it's a neutral or side swing or anything, yeah, it will count as a knockover. So, yeah, really nice use of the beam axe there. Really, when it just comes to this unit, I do want to try to get it out some more on ground maps. Maybe some maps that are, again, a bit more appropriate for this unit that are not underground base. I think this unit does thrive a lot more on more open maps, but also maps that do allow this unit to have some form of cover. So, yeah, hopefully, maybe if it's like military base or something, or a supply depot, those might be some good maps for the Psycommu type here. But right now, just waiting for the match to end here. And yeah, unfortunately, cannot dock with the beam bazooka there, but yeah, nearing the last seconds, and that is going to be timeout mission over. So let's see how we did here with the Zaku III Psycommu type in space. And yep, did get a mission complete, got some good works in the side chat there. And yep, did get actually didn't get anyone on the board, and I didn't beat my rival either, but I'm going to send some praises. And I did get 4th place overall with 3rd in individual, and 4 kills and 2 loss. Not too bad of a match there with the Psycommu type, and yeah, going to be everything for the round there. And again, I do think this unit is pretty alright overall if you are somebody who either likes the Zaku III variant, so you want the Engage mobile suits like I do. Yeah, I'd say, if you see it in the RT store, it is worth getting if it is something you want to add to your collection. But yeah, that's going to be all I have for this video here. Really kind of glad I also got this in space too, because I got a lot of space matches during that time, so I guess I logged in a period where there was a lot of space activity going on. But yeah, that's everything I have for here. Again, comment down below what you think about the Zaku III Psycommu type. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.